So hey everybody, Frank from Velocity Money Mortgage, Velocity Money Enterprises. We are continuing in our series of all of the ways to buy owner-occupied properties with less money down, right? But we then turn them into investment properties. So the last segment was 3, 2, 1 and done, which we trademarked and made famous in northern New Jersey. And we had people running all over the state looking for multifamily properties as the market got more and more competitive. But when we helped people land those multifamily properties, we literally secured their entire retirement with one property. Why? Because when those properties are paid off, by the time they're paid off, even if it takes 10 or 15 years, you're talking about a $6,000 to $7,000 to $8,000 to $9,000, maybe $10,000 a month in rent on a 3-unit property where the properties are paid off. That's way better than an annuity. It's way better than any stock market or bond market or gold or silver. Here's why. Because it's the power and leverage of the bank's money, and you could put very little money down and have somebody else pay it off for you, and then have an asset not only for your life, but for generational wealth. Generational wealth is what we're talking about. So after 3, 2, 1 and done, I said to myself, okay, well, I need another product for the rest of the country, because there's only really multifamilies in certain places like New York, New Jersey, maybe a little bit in Chicago, and there's some multifamily houses in other places. But a lot of times when I would meet a client from California or somewhere else, they actually wouldn't even know what that was. So we created this thing called Family Fastrak. Super cool. It's the same premise. We're able to use owner-occupied. We live in the property, and then we move out after a year, and we turn it into an investment. But now we're doing it with single-family houses. Okay, so here we go. Why is this good? Whole country, right? We have the whole country worth of inventory. That's number one. Number two, it's actually a little bit of a lower barrier of entry than multifamilies. Let me explain. With multis, you start with FHA and you go to conventional, and it got a little weird for a while what conventional allowed for on owner-occupied multifamilies. For a little while, it was a 15% down. The product started on 3, 2, 1 and done, with the 2-family being able to do 5% down, but then for a little while it switched to 15, which wasn't good, but now it switched back to 5. So with single-family houses, it's easier to put less money down, because the idea that Fannie, Freddie, and FHA have with multis is that always becomes an investment property at some point. Now with single families, you could buy a single family and stay in it for 30 years. So here we go. Lower barrier of entry. Number 2, more inventory nationwide. Number 3, there's this thing called renovation loans. So if you find a foreclosure, a short sale, a deed in lieu property, an estate sale property where the children are giving it cheaper, we can do renovation loans, which means the property can be messed up, and through a renovation loan and plans to fix the property and a licensed contractor, you can help, or you can allow yourself, or we can allow you to kind of build a brand new home with a contractor. So that's wonderful. And knowing that you're buying it owner occupied, you're putting less money down, you're potentially getting a renovation loan, which maybe gives you $50 or $100 or $200,000 worth of money to do the work, thinking, hey, I'm gonna eventually make this an investment property, and as long as you live in it for a year, it's totally cool, all right? Also, one of the ways that Family Fastrak makes sense is we're buying a single family, owner occupied, we're living in that property. In year 2, you're gonna buy another single family, owner occupied, you're gonna live in that property. If you upgrade square footage, if you upgrade towns, school district, things like that, then the underwriter will have no problem, because if you live in an inner city where maybe the schools aren't as good, and you want to go into something a little better, totally cool, totally believable. So let me give you an example here of how to buy 4 properties with a total of 15%. Not 15% on each property, but a total of 15% on 4 properties. Okay, watch this. Purchase a single family home, $300,000, example, 3.5% down is $10,500 out of pocket. We do what they call a seller concession for closing costs. We roll in the closing costs. You got your first house for $10,500. You live in it 1 year. But here's the key. We're showing you how to buy the property, owner occupied because you're gonna live there, but analyze it through the eyes of an investor. That's what we teach in our coaching program. So if you're analyzing it through the eyes of an investor, you're going to know what the cash flow will be when you're done, when you move out and turn it into an investment. And we don't allow you to buy that property unless it's a good investment property when you turn it into one. So that's $10,500 on the first property. Year 2, you get another single family. Now maybe it's a little bit more expensive, $350,000. You could put 3% down. Another $10,500. Exciting. Year 3, find another property with $350,000. You probably have to put 5% down because of the way the algorithms work with Fannie and Freddie. They wouldn't allow you to do another 3% down property if you've already done one, but maybe this property is 5% down. And now you woke up in 3 years. So far you've spent $10,500, that's $21,000 plus $17,500, that's about $37,000, $38,000, and you're ready to own 3 properties. Meanwhile, grandma told you, put 20% down on your first property and bury it in the backyard. Well, guess what? We just bought 3 properties with less than the entire 20%. Now year 4, maybe this is the Mac Daddy. You want to live in this house 10, 15 years, whatever. And if we get rid of the FHA loan on the first property, see, everybody thinks you can only use one FHA loan once in your life. No, you just can't have more than one at a time unless it's 100 miles apart or more. But in this case, we're going to refi you out of the first FHA property into a conventional loan, making you eligible for the next property as FHA, okay? And now you find a 450 house, 3.5% down, $15,750 out of pocket. Okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is $1.45 million in real estate for $54,250. Now, at my seminars I teach, we put money in a 401k our whole life. We play with the stock market, all these different things, and we throw lots of money at lots of things. Number one, that's a 1-to-1 ratio, meaning if you invest $100,000 somewhere in the stock market, you're investing $100,000. Here, for $54,000, we're actually buying $1.45 million in real estate. And then we're going to use the tenants' money to pay off this real estate. And we prove to you in our seminars that this doubles every 18 years. So would you like to buy $1.45 million in real estate for $54,000 out of pocket, have it be worth $2.8 million in 18 years, and have someone else pay that off for you and own this outright and have rents on all of these? And if you're 28 years old, maybe by 42 years old, you have all these properties free and clear and $12,000 to $15,000 a month of cash flow and the ability to do whatever you want with your life financially, because that money is residual, and not only will it help you in your life, but it could help your children and your children's children. If any of you want this life, I can help you with it. We have a coaching program, we have a mortgage company, and we have all the things, and it's a foolproof strategy, and it's actually guaranteed, because all you have to do is follow the plan, and it will happen, because we don't let you buy the property unless it has the proper cash flow. So here's Single Family Fast Track. Ladies and gentlemen, love to hear from you. I can help you. Doesn't matter where you are in the country. We can make you a real estate millionaire. God bless everybody. Love sharing this information, love bringing it to you all across America, and look forward to helping 10,000 everyday Americans retire using real estate.